Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my first episode of Where's My Sock? Thank you so much for clicking and still listening to my podcast, even after that terrible-ass trailer you just listened to. Do you hear how I did not sound confident in there at all? It kind of sounded like a scared little bitch, my personal opinion. But guess what, guys? I'm still that scared little bitch, but I got a little bit of bass behind my voice now, so I'm feeling better now. And I'm hoping that's what brought you here, too. It's because you're feeling a little weird about this whole podcast thing. You're feeling not so confident. You're feeling like, can I really do this? What am I going to need? Should I pay for somebody to help me do this? Should I do it all on my own? Should I go to school? I'm not going to answer all of those questions, but I'm going to do my damn best job to get a lot of those answered. Should you go to school? I would listen to somebody that went to college over listening to me, but I'm not going to say that that person knows more than me. I'm just going to say that person's way more qualified. But that doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to find out what I do. And whatever I find out, it's going to work for me. And I'm going to let you guys know how it worked for me. And hopefully I can get it to work for you. So let's start from the beginning, folks. My name is Mr. E. I'm sure you've heard Mr. E being used in TV, radio, a lot of other places. Do I have the rights to that name? No. Can I probably legally use that name? I'm not 100% sure. But when I did my research, there wasn't really too many podcasts and people out there with the name Mr. E. So technically I'm a Mr. I identify as such. And my last name starts with an E. So I'm not copying anybody's style and I'm not trying to get myself in some trouble, really. But for right now, we're going with Mr. E until somebody tells me, hey, you need to get a new fucking name. I grew up here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's a lovely town to raise a family is what I always tell people. There's just enough here to keep you entertained and occupied, but not enough to fuck up your life. You want to fuck up your life here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, it's because you're trying. It's because you don't give a fuck anymore. You're a bump on a log, or as one of my favorite people used to always say, you're just sitting under a tree. That being said, it was a great place to grow up. Personally, I graduated here from this lovely city back in '08. Yeah, that's a date, right? Because it's 2022 and I said '08. I'm going to let you guys have fun with that, trying to figure out how old I am. And keep this in mind. I'm either smart enough to have graduated early, or I'm dumb enough to have got held back. Thank you, Alexa. I needed that. Or I graduated on time. So either way, whatever you come up when you do that math, plus or minus 5, and that's where my age is. By the way, I'm black. You can't look at me and tell how old I am. It's not going to work for you. You'll think I'm 12. I'm well over 12. But speaking of math, let's talk about math really quick because I want to use a personal example for the title of my episode today, which is Get the Fuck Out of Your Own Way. And I want to share with you guys one of the times that I got out of my own fucking way. I was working for this place and we were making doors. And that required me to measure a lot of things. So when the woman that was training me showed me my paperwork and was explaining the job to me, I saw a lot of fractions on this sheet, as I should, because that's how you write down measurements. You know, I got 3 3/4 of an inch of this wood that I need, blah, blah, this and that. That's simple enough. I know 3/4. But where we worked, we were very proud that we can make doors to exact fit all the way down to the 16th. Again, I can do 3/4. Look at a pie. There's 4 slices. You take off 1. Now you got 3 of 4 spaces left. This all sounds easy now, but in that moment, because I sucked at math. Well, I didn't suck at math. Let me take that back. I sucked at fractions when it came to math in school. And I was that kid, just like the majority of kids in school. I didn't think I was going to actually use this stuff in the real world. But when that woman showed me that paperwork and I said, shit, this is in the real world. I'm about to lose my job because I'm too stupid to do the job. That just ain't going to work for me. That ain't cool. So, I had a decision to make. Either rise to the occasion or admit stupidity. I rose to the occasion. And I stayed at that job for exactly 90 days because it was a temp service. And they let my black ass go. Why? Not because I didn't figure out how to do the work, but because they didn't tell me the entirety of what I was supposed to do at my job. They showed me that one thing, but my dumb ass took too long on that one thing. I didn't learn the rest of my job. Thus, they let me go. Hey, folks, no hard feelings. It is what it is. If anything, thank you for letting me go. I've had multiple jobs since then, but if I maybe was still there, maybe I wouldn't be here behind this mic talking to all of you, helping you chase your goals like I'm doing right now. And that's what I encourage all of you to do. Keep chasing. Don't get out of your way. And what I mean by getting out of your way, you got to get over those weird things like I did. I felt ashamed at, like, how old was I when that occurred? I think I was maybe 21, 22, somewhere around there. At 21, 22 years old, I was at home Googling how to convert fractions, better ways to look at a ruler, tape measure, all those things. And I was literally looking at YouTube videos that are geared for about anyone from 3rd grade all the way to 6th grade. And I'm looking at these little cartoon things feeling like the biggest idiot in the world. But guess what? I got over feeling like an idiot in about 30 days, and now me and fractions still don't get along that great. But if I have to do it for work, guess who's gonna get that job done? This guy. So I want all of you guys to do that too. So grab a paper, pen, pencil, whatever, and write those things down, work towards it, get over it, and watch how you'll thrive. It's working for me, and I can almost guarantee, I don't know you, so I don't want to 100% guarantee, but I can almost guarantee you're going to do amazing. A little bit more about me. Like I said, graduated high school back in 08, went down to the community college here, went there for a little bit. I didn't finish, but I did get a lot of experiences and connections and networking that I did down there that I still use to this day. Obviously, not to the extent of which I should have, but now that I'm in my space and I think I've kept pretty good relationships, I'm about to start calling in a couple favors. I'm not gonna lie. So if you're one of those people that know me personally and you're listening to this, just know you might be getting a call from me soon. It could be to help me, or it could be for me advertising for you, because that's going to be a thing too. One of these days in this podcast game of mine, I'll have advertisements, but we're going to get to all of that soon, folks. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I don't really do too much. I just kind of chill a little bit, work for the most part. I work at a factory right now, or a warehouse. We supply grocery stores and convenience stores with all of their products. So I'm talking about anything from condoms to water to pop. Here in Michigan, we have this thing called Faygo. It goes off our shelves like crazy. I don't know what you guys have in other states, but you should really get you some Faygo. That wasn't an advertising. That's just me telling you I really love me some Faygo. But yeah, we supply from pop, water, condoms, antibiotics, mouthwash, toothbrush, anything you can find in a convenience store or a gas station. I promise we carry it. And that's what I do. Pays very well, more than it should, because I think a monkey could do my job. Like, legitimately, a monkey could do my job. It's stupid easy, and they pay me more than they should. I'm not complaining. I go in that bitch every day and do my job, because I know how. But it's not what I want to do for the rest of my life. I don't want to retire from that place. I don't want to spend the next 40 years there and get my 401k, Social Security, blah, blah. No, I want more out of life than that. And that's why I'm here doing this. I feel weird, because if I'm being honest, I'm in my sister's basement right now recording this. She's above me doing work because she works from home. So she probably hears me saying all these things. And she probably sounds weird as fuck. Like, no, this nigga is not down there actually doing this. Yes, I am actually down here doing this. I'm getting out of my own way. I'm chasing my goals. And that's what you folks should be doing too. So let's recap. What are we going to do? It's not really anything else I've been talking about besides myself and getting the fuck out of your own way, folks. That's what you got to do. So like I said, go get that paper, pen, tablet, phone, whatever you decide to take your notes on. Start jotting down your weaknesses. That's one way to phrase them. Or whatever you feel weird about. That's another way to say it. And start working towards it. Actually take that first step. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was me slamming my foot to take the first step. I already took mine, so really technically that was the second step, which could lead us to our second episode. But where is that first step going to lead you? One final thing I want to leave you guys with is just something that I wrote on this journey of mine of getting out of my own fucking way. Call it a positive affirmation, a mantra, whatever you will. But these are some words that I wrote down that helped me realize that I needed to get out of my own fucking way. So I hope that it helps you as well. So here we go. Just say you're sorry and you never wanted it to end up this way. That'll all be okay one of these days. And when that day never comes, don't feel like a lame. I mean, it's your life. You only have yourself to blame. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? A successful man or woman? Are the insecurities making it blurry? You know who you are, but we don't know who you is. Now ask yourself, can I really keep on living like this? Thanks guys for listening to Where's My Sock. Tune in next time for another great episode.